Awkward. This is what they look like at the beach. How's this even working? Curious how close to the beach I am. Oh. Beautiful sunrise today. First unit. Train. Got a closet unit here. See how this goes. Go through a PM. So usually I start out testing it in cool. It's already 60 degrees in here, which this thermostat doesn't let it go past any lower than 60. So I guess I'll just jump out the cool to get it to running cooling, and then we'll test the heat. Door off here. Like to look around. The blow wheel's a little dirty. Got a UV light in there. Make sure you don't look at those UV lights, guys. Alright. So like I said, I'm gonna have to jump this out to get it to running cooling. Let me jump this thing out and I'll be back. Have this thing running. All I did was hook up the compressor wires and the fan and the R wire to get this to run in cooling. So I had it jumped out. Wait for it to get going here. Oh, I changed my mind. I'm going to, I just went in and changed the setting so that I can get it lower. I forgot that I would have to take the heat pump, and I don't know how they have that set up and everything. I would have to make the reversing valve, do something different, and blah, blah, blah. So I just went into the settings and changed it to where I could put it at a lower setting. So now we're just gonna wait for it to turn on. One of the first things I always do is I spray down the coil with some coil cleaner. And then I take my little brush and brush it down. I do want to get like a toothbrush or something to, you know, do a better job, but just kind of get all that, as much dirt as possible that I can get off of the coil. With the company I work for, this is like a standalone service, so I'm not really thorough with the cleaning, but I do like to try to get as much of this crap off as I can. The good thing is they do have a ultraviolet germicidal light in there that does protect this kind of crap from getting on there. So try to brush this down as good as I can by spraying that cleaner on. That cleaner, once the fan comes on, the cleaner also does kind of get sucked up in there, and kind of loosens everything up then too. But I have to put the door back on for that and everything. So yeah, just waiting for the fan to cut on. Then I'll check the amps, and then I'll check the heating. I'll run that, but this one's not going to be the most exciting thing, because I'm just, you know, slow season. You're doing a lot of preventative maintenance, so yeah. Sure, most of you guys know what a PM looks like. Change filters, check amperages, and clean up what you can. Make sure everything's in spec. So we got this thing rolling and cool. Check our amps here. That ain't the black wire. It's probably the, or maybe that wasn't a white wire. I mean, maybe that wasn't a black wire. It looks more to be purple. Doing this with one hand is actually a bit tough. Oh, there we go. So we're getting 0.46 amps, which I think this kind of motor goes off of like the pressure of whether you have the door on or not. So I think 0.4 is okay. Next thing I'll do is put the door back on, get my Delta T. Put this thing back like that. That should be fine. Might work if I turn the thing on. So you're looking for a 20-ish degree difference. Sometimes I'll let it go with 18 degrees or 15 even sometimes, depending on what kind of day it is. If it's under a lot of load, you can usually let it go a little bit with a 15 or something like that. But it's going. It looks pretty like it'd be pretty good. The indoor temperature is 61, and I'm pretty confident with the way it's going down. We could probably get to 41, 42-ish. But yeah, we'll let that go for a little bit. We're holding pretty steady at 44 here. It's pulling down slowly, so starting to slow down a little bit. I'm pretty confident with this. You don't have a grill, so I usually just use the inside temperature on the thermostat here. So that looks pretty good for our cooling. I'll show you quick what I did here on the thermostat. This is one of the 5000 series of this thermostat. So we want to go to 27 or 28. I'll just set it back to where they had it at 65 and click done. Move it over into heat now and test the heat. I think they had it on like 55 when I walked in here. So I usually like to put it up 10 degrees more than what the inside temperature is. My reasoning behind that is I can test the auxiliary heat and the heat strip amps without having to put it in emergency heat. So yeah. Yeah, while I'm waiting on this, I was just thinking, I bought like a nice camcorder to record these videos. Yeah, it's probably a mistake because I'm working with my hand, so I won't be able to hold the camera. Alright, so we got this thing on. Just wait for the heat strips to kick in. The amps on the heat strips probably won't show that just because it's kind of dangerous the way this is set up. All those wires and stuff. So I'll get the heat strip amps, and then another thing I like to do is I like to wait till this thing heats up, and I like to just get a quick snapshot of what my coil temperature is. You don't want the coil to be too hot. You know, if it's really, really hot, that could mean it's got some kind of refrigerant issue. There goes my heat strip, so I'm going to get the amps on that. Yeah, but this coil looks good. It'll heat up more. All right, we had 17 amps on the heat strips. And the coil was about 105 degrees. Next thing I like to do is test the water safety switch. Won't be able to test that, but these lines in these condominiums, they're usually all like roped in together. So all I'll probably do here is flush the line with water and a little tiny bit of coil cleaner. But yeah, I can tell this is tied in with the apartment upstairs and stuff like that. So you know, still try to get something in there, and I'll change the filter, and then I'll head out to the outdoor unit. All right, after hours of searching, I found our culprit here. A bunch of them. Crazy. I hate doing these condos because there's so many in one spot. Give me a break. Man, this is what the beach does to these units. I bet you I could touch that coil and it'd probably fall apart. And this is how close we are to the ocean. Yeah, right there. Alright, so I already checked the compressor amps, they're good. I checked the fan, condenser fan amps. They are good as well. Got this thing unplugged, and I'm going to check the capacitor, which should be good. I checked to see if I see any burn marks or anything out of place. I don't know what that's doing there. But, I'm trying to check and see if there's anything out of place. I don't see anything alarming. So getting ready to clean off the coil. That's usually the last thing I do. Clean off the condenser coil on the outdoor unit. Usually don't, these ones that are on the beach, I don't usually put any chemicals or anything on them. I just wash them down with water and call it a day. And you know, I kind of take it real light on them, just because I don't want to damage anything because they're already rusted to crap. So I'm gonna go do that, and I think my PM here will be done. Yeah, this is definitely the weather I moved to the south for. Down here near the beach, about 63 degrees. Oh, I'm loving it. Even though tomorrow it's gonna be 38, I think, is going to be the high for tomorrow. So, but definitely what I moved here for. Just out here trying to figure out how it can be 67 degrees right now as we talk, as we speak. But tomorrow will be having off from work because it's gonna be like in the very low 30s. Man, South Carolina has some really bipolar weather. Yeah, that'll be in our day with a nice crawl space. Got my crawl suit on. Got the knee pads. Yes, I wear knee pads. You can call me a punk all you want. I like my knees. I want them to work. This way. Yeah, man, gotta get on this crawl space. See what we got. This is all sand under here, it looks like. Sometimes you can hit your knee on rocks and stuff. That's not fun. are so many crawl spaces in the south. It's pathetic. Up north, I've probably only been in like 2, and one of them was my own. I was definitely down here before. Looks like some sort of dump down here. Man, this thing's really difficult to get to. Continue crawling. I literally have to crawl like on my stomach to get under this thing here. Yeah, I wonder what was fucking. I probably don't wonder. I don't want to know. What was pooping under here? Favorite thing ever. Getting up out of there.